6'7". Been playing together since 2009 in their 66th FIVB Beach Volleyball Tournament. And there's Bartosz Losiak, 25 years of age, 191 centimeters. He is the defensive specialist. This team finished 17th in the Rio Olympics, and they are poised to possibly medal or win a world championship. Now on the other side of the net, a team in Austria that needs no introduction. They have done it all. They are the stars. They are the hometown heroes. And there's a good look at 36-year-old Clemens Doppler, 6'7", been on tour for 20 seasons, and this crowd absolutely loves him.
Amazing pictures.
Partner, Alexander Horst, 34 years of age, 186 centimeters tall. He's the defensive specialist, and when he is on, you cannot get one of your hits by him. He knows what he's doing out there and is hungrier than ever. He wants his first victory, and he wants a world championship. That would cement his legacy. And wow. Listen to that crowd right there. They know what they're doing. This is a sight to see. And beach volleyball being taken to a whole new level.
Temperature of the sand holding steady at 50 degrees Celsius. And this is the last match of the day. Sensational women's gold medal match. Germany, the victors there. Laura Ludwig and Kira Volkenhorst. But this is the one that the locals want to see. They both born and reside here in Vienna. And away we go. First point and side out of the match goes to Poland.
Head-to-head, these two teams have faced 3 previous times, with Poland having the 2-to-1 edge over Doppler and Horst.
Horst on the attack for Austria. That's a little too long overhit. Oh no, the ball is good. That looked to be out of bounds, but it was right on the line. Let's take a look at the replay.
Alexander Horst up big, going through the block of Kantor.
Doppler to serve. Oh, look at that. Way too aggressive from Losiak. 2-1 to Austria.
Losiak trying to make it happen and catch Clemens Doppler off guard, but he lets this ball drop just a little bit too much. It ends up in the top of the net. Clemens Doppler and Alexander Horst, they've been together for quite some time as well. 2012, 50th FIVB event together, still looking for their first victory.
Scores all level, 2 points all. Just not quite getting the direction of the ball at the net. Doppler. Horst watching through the net. Kantor serves for Poland. Serving Alex Horst. Good power play, but Losiak picks it up. Now looks to finish. Oh, and Horst loses that one. Advantage back to Poland.
But we talked about the lack of victories for the Austrians. The Polish duo, they won in Rio de Janeiro in 2016. They've been in a couple, actually more than a couple, 3 finals already this year in 2017, looking for another victory.
Ball is put out of play by Losiak at the net. I think it's important, Dane, as well, that we have a look here at some of the results of this Polish duo, because they're peaking just at the right time of the season. in a 3-star event second, then runner-up in the 4-star event in Rio, then runners-up in the Stade major 5-star event. So they've been raising their game throughout the season as part of their prep for this World Championship. Well left by Horst. 4-3, Austria back in the lead. 7 points total on the board, so we switch sides, and that could become a factor later on in this match as the sun starts to set behind the Red Bull Beach Arena.
Can you feel that, Nick? The little left and right that we're getting from the crowd right now is making our commentary box sway back and forth. This is some powerful energy, and there's an ace.
Service ace! And that comes at a real key moment in the match. First ace on the board for Alex Horst, and the crowd love it.
Aiming for that deep corner. Big angle serve. He goes right back to it.
Good shot from Losiak again. This is his teammate Kantor with the finish. Set from Losiak, I should say. Bartosz Losiak with service, just 25 years of age. Service error. Break back with Austria at 6 points to 4.
That's what it's going to take. This Poland team will not give away many points. You have to earn 1 or 2 here, slowly get that separation, and that's what Austria's doing right now.
But then another service error. This time Doppler puts it right into the net. Need to avoid those service errors. Kantor with service. Serving Doppler. Horst with the set, Doppler now on the attack. And the first block of the match goes to Poland.
And that was with authority right there. Pressing big, locked out the elbows, and look how strong. His elbow doesn't flinch. He stuffs that ball right down. The Austrians have to look out for that big block of Kantor.
Kantor again with service, goes straight to the net as soon as he's played the ball. Gets it this time though. Doppler, cross court. 7-6 Austria. 88.64 kilometers per hour, just shy of 55 miles per hour.
Big hit, a lot of heat. Nobody holding back at this stage. Day 9 of 10 for the men in this World Championships. You know, Kantor and Losiak, a solid team, a 3-time youth world title holders. In 2010, they won the under-19 championship, 2012, the under-21, and then in 2013, they won the under-23 youth titles. Now, this is their first senior World Championships.
Good play from Doppler. Big point on the board for Austria. Very closely matched in this first set.
That middle of the court is vulnerable between the blocker and that defender.
Another 50 mph spike from the Austrian player. Here's Doppler with service. Losiak over the top of the block. The Polish number 2 levels the scores again. His teammate Kantor overhits that ball, doesn't he?
He's trying to get an ace there, trying to get Austria in trouble. And, you know, you can't blame him. It's early in the set, so take some risks. If you can get some separation by whipping up some aces, go for it. Wow. Peter Kantor igniting the ball right there. the 2016 most improved player on tour, Peter Kantor, ripping the ball right there.
Losiak with service. Oh, 2 bounces on the net, but fortunately for Austria, it drops the Polish side.
You just never know which way that ball is going to fall. In the last match we had, Russia had quite a few of those serves against the United States, and you'll take the ace when you can get it. That time, it doesn't roll over. Kantor crushing that ball. Clemens Doppler needs to get a little bit closer to the net. Too big of a gap. Here you see he's a little late. Look how far off he is on the net. Hard to get a block in that position.
Kantor serving. Good call from Alex Horst. Austria go into the technical timeout with the 1-point advantage at 11-10. 30-second break now.
Schlag jetzt mal die Schulter, aber gerade, schlag nicht perfekt. Nächstes Mal nach hinten gleich mal im Winter, ja? Die Weltexperten, da können mehrere... Aber du willst früher springen. Du bist eigentlich dort, du willst spät mit der linken Hand. 2, 1, die erste Welle.
Let's take a look at some graphics in the virtual Red Bull Beach Arena. Here's Austria's service placement. It's all about strategy early on. Right now, they are favoring Peter Kantor, and we've seen him really lighten it up, and it'll be interesting if Austria changes this strategy, but so far, it's resulted in a 1-point lead for Austria, although Kantor has had a lot of success.
Yeah, it's interesting to see whether they change that stat or stick with the original game plan. The yellow ball that you see on that virtual graphic gives us the 1 ace. It was a spectacular ace by Alex Horst. Still, either team could take this opening set, but there's no question the crowd loving every moment of this. So, 19 jumps, 23 jumps, Kantor, Doppler, 137 kcals to 142 kcals. That's taken from the real-time body sensor on the back of the shirt of each and every player. That's why the graphic moves as the player moves on court, because it literally is live tracking. That is a good shot by Kantor. And a good point score for the Polish duo coming out of the tech timeout, 30-second break.
Peter Kantor ripping that one down the line, and Austria sticking with that strategy. Kantor getting the majority of serves. And there's a block. Peter Kantor, that's his second block of the match. And so right now, Poland with 2 total blocks, Austria with 0. And you got to watch out. Peter Kantor can get on a roll at the net. Remember, he's 6'7" tall, 200 centimeters, and he's got quite the vertical leap.
Service error from Losiak, frustrating. Scores all tied at 12-all. Doppler's already at the back of the Austrian court, wants to get going with play. Horst had already committed for a cover going down the line. That's a good save from Losiak at the back, and that ball is good. Break on now for Poland.
Finishing off the point right there, high off the block, is Losiak, and a 2-point lead for Poland. They've somehow figured out how to score some points. 4 out of the last 5.
Good shot. Very important side out for Austria.
Nice rip. Again, right in the middle. Oh, just hitting the outside of the line there.
Alex Horst serving. Kantor. That is a very powerful and quick arm from Kantor. Break back with Poland at 15-13. Need to reel this in now, Austria. Down to the business end of this opening set. Doppler certainly made that one count. Very aggressive play.
Nice rip. And you got to keep challenging. Even if Peter Kantor is a huge blocker, you got to keep going at him.
Good service from Doppler. But an equally as effective attacking reply from Poland. Losiak smashes that down.
He really does, and he does it because his technique is so on point. Doesn't look like the most physically overpowering individual. It's all about technique, and that's when you really get a lot of velocity on the ball if your technique is sound, like Losiak.
Good play from Doppler.
Nice set right there. Doppler has been really doing his job, getting that ball to the sand. And you mentioned earlier, Nick, of course you have this crowd behind you, but Doppler and Horst, they have to deal with a lot of pressure out there because they are the one team that can make something happen.
Yeah, the expectation is huge. I mean, the amount of newspaper coverage they've received is quite remarkable. RTBS sees energy at 197 kcals, 0.7 kilometers on Horst, 213 kcals, and the same distance covered by Losiak, the two defenders out on court. Good call from Horst. Doppler doing exactly as his partner screams at him. Just takes a little sidestep and the ball is out of play. Austria just within 1 point of Poland. Remember, 21 is the target score, but you have to be too clear of the opposition. Acer from Doppler at 71 kilometers per hour, around about 44 mph. And that couldn't have come at a better time for the Austrian duo.
You're absolutely right. 2 total aces so far for Austria, but that one by Clemens Doppler really got them right back in it, and Poland gonna take a little time out, think this one over, because it's an entirely different game, or set, shall I say, once you get down to those final 4 points, and Austria with 2 in a row. Poland didn't want it to be 3 in a row, so they call this timeout here, get a little sip of water. Not a lot of talk going on between the 2 players, but the crowd going wild.
30 seconds the time of the break. It's clear that all Poland want to try and do is just break the focus and momentum of the Austrian play. There's Doppler First man out wants to get on with this. Scores all tied at 17 points all. Good save from Alex Horst. Oh, they're in the lead, 18-17.
Just like that, 3 points in a row for Austria, despite the timeout called by Poland, couldn't slow things down. And Austria comes out of the timeout just as hot as they were before. It's a good look at the joust as the ball ends up right on top of the net. And then there's the set. Clemens Doppler so good at going over on two and pinpointing his spot. And he gives Austria the 1 point lead.
"14 aces for Doppler, the third best server of this World Championship tournament. See if he can add another to that impressive record. Oh, and he's missing that one completely. Scores all tied, 18 all. Kantor to serve for Poland now. Austria need to side out here. Horst with the set for his partner. Doppler puts it away. 19-18. If they can score from their service now, it will be set point for Austria.
That's a tall order to get a point while serving the way both of these teams are playing. Don't want to give up anything, and Poland receiving. Remember, when you're receiving in beach volleyball, it's about 75% likelihood to win the point. Serving, more difficult. Oh my goodness. That ball was up in the air, and Clemens Doppler decided not to chase it down. Alexander Horst not happy about it at all. He took one, looked like off the neck almost. This one just rips, bounces off his arm, off his neck. He says, "Let's go." Oh, apparently Clemens Doppler netted, he said to his partner. Nonetheless, Horst a little bit fired up.
Losiak. Horst has the cover. Doppler sets his partner. Horst down the line. Lovely little poke shot over the block. Set point for Austria. Local crowd here are going wild with delight. Everything the crowd can do to try and help their two-star players down on court. Looking to give them as much support and raise their game. Now, can Austria close this out? Take the first set and make the first step forward to tomorrow's semi-finals. Clemens Doppler with service. Oh, and he's pushed it too deep. Giving away a golden opportunity there, Dave.
Yeah,
Very disappointing.
You have to keep that in. You just don't know when the team's going to give it away. And now we will never know. Hopefully for Austria, they get another opportunity.
Good hustle from Poland. Puts it into the net. Doppler's there. It's set point again for Austria.
Now, if you're Austria, you're Alexander Horst. this ball has to be in the court. You have to give yourself an opportunity to close this thing out, especially the fact that Clemens missed his last one.
Good service. Over on 2. Losiak. Good cover again from Alex Horst. Can he finish it here? Over the top, on the line. First set goes to Austria. No. No, it's not. The ball is out. Oh, I thought he'd put this away. No, it's a long way off the mark. 21-21. Another chance for Poland now to steal this first set. All tied, you have to win by 2 clear points. I thought they'd got it there.
I think they wish they had got it. It was a golden opportunity for sure for Alexander Horst.
Horst takes it on 2. Catches the Polish team out of position. Set point again for Austria.
So athletic, Alexander Horst, getting up, kind of floating up in the air and then making a decision. Set point number 3.
Float serve to Losiak. Losiak on the attack here. Powers that down to the feet of Alex Horst. That one's not coming back.
Wow, this first set has been very interesting. Back and forth, no one wanting to give up even an inch. It's been a battle so far. Who can capitalize first?
Kantor, the Polish blocker with service. He's hit that way too hard, hasn't he? Set point again for the Austrian team. 4th opportunity for Austria here to seal this opener.
This is where that crowd can catapult you over the top. 4th opportunity here. They need to make it happen.
Service error from Alex Horst is heartbreaking for the crowd.
So if my count is correct, that's 4 set points, and on 2 of them, they miss serves.
Absolutely. Losiak serves Doppler, who now attacks for Austria. There they go again. Austria just need to close out with their service. They just need to get the service into play.
Well, but they're playing such great defense, especially Alexander Horst in the backcourt. Make sure you give yourself an opportunity to do that. Keep the ball in, and maybe Poland will shank a pass or hit a ball out. Oh my goodness. Sorry, Nick. I have to say, you know, if you do these things, it is hard to deserve to win. 5 set points, 3 have been nullified because Austria's missed serves. What is happening down there?
Great shot from Doppler. It's just the service game that's giving the Austrians the nightmare here. Set point again. Is this the 6th one?
Yeah, this should be the 6th opportunity for Austria to win the set. And they really need to keep this ball in. They've really only given themselves a chance on 2 of them. So keep it in. Let your defense do the talking here. Don't have to have an ace.
Alex Horst. Losiak belts that ball down, ties the scores again. 25-25.
That serve by Alexander Horst was nice. A deep float. Losiak took it, put it in perfect position, and then rips the ball down the line. Horst, you see, sliding into the line. It's just a little bit late.
Losiak with service. Good serve receive from Alex Horst. Can he finish? Over the top. Cheeky little shot. Crowd love it. Point on the board for Austria. Set point yet again.
Alexander Horst again showing that thumb down, away from body roll shot. So deceptive and so hard to read. He breaks it out at the very last second.
7th set point for Austria. Doppler ready with service. Can they finally close this out at 27-25?
Oh, wow. What Clemens Doppler did is he thought that Peter Kantor was going to try to hit off the high hand, so he pulled his hands down at the very last second. It results in no block, and Kantor ends up ripping it. So I like the idea by Clemens Doppler. It just didn't work that time.
Here's Kantor with service. Good save from Alex Horst. Wojciak on the attack. Puts it into the net. Set point again for Austria.
Just amazing volleyball being played right there. You thought Poland had the advantage and was going to score, but the veteran, 36-year-old Clemens Doppler with a nice stuff block, a timely block at that. How long can Poland last? 8 set points for Austria. Wow.
Losiak puts that ball down into the Austrian court. We're all tied at 27-all. Trading side outs here, both teams.
Beautiful hands by Peter Kantor, and that was a field goal. Easily that ball could have been blocked. It went right between the arms of Clemens Doppler.
Float serve from Losiak. That's out of play. And Austria will challenge that decision by the referee.
First challenge that we're getting to see here. Each team gets 2 challenges. I don't think there's going to be a touch. Peter Kantor looked at the Austrians and said, hey, I didn't touch it, I didn't net either. And then he said, all right, go ahead and challenge it. So this is the first challenge that we're seeing. Both teams, 2 challenges. If you're successful, you retain those challenges, and if you're not, you lose them. I think this will be the first challenge burned by Austria, and why not? You know, if you think there's any chance that the call was missed, you got to throw out the C for challenge and have the challenge referees look at it. The Hawkeye system doesn't miss anything, I'll tell you. 200 frames per second, 16 cameras positioned all around the court. It's a fantastic system, and the call at the end of the day is usually the right call, although we've had some really close ones where even to the human eye it's hard to tell whether the ball's in or out. So the drama starting to build here, which is a little unfortunate. This taking a little bit of time right now, and we were kind of in a flow. Match going on here. Set is played to 21 points, and you got to have a 2-point advantage, and no team has been able to get that 2-point advantage. We're already at 27-all. Nick, I wonder if we could get in the 30s.
First time in the tournament, wouldn't it? Still looking for the answer to see whether there was a touch on the block. Well, referee Charalampus Papadouglas, just stay with it. He's saying to the players, keep calm. Fantastic support from the crowd. Well, this is unusual. Never before has it taken this long to settle. Here comes the answer. That's close. No touch. It is set point for Poland at 28-27.
This is incredible. After, I believe it was 8 set points, Poland has their first.
That came off the head of the Polish blocker Kantor. Scores are all tied at 28 all.
I'm glad that Clemens Doppler was able to get that ball to the ground after that really long break for the challenge. It would have been a shame if he lost his focus. 14 aces for Doppler, the 3rd best server in the tournament.
And Poland get the better of Austria in the joust at the net between the two blockers, Kantor on screen and Doppler for Austria.
Wow, that was close to being an open hand push. This contact wasn't that simultaneous. Kantor pushing the ball into Clemens Doppler, but the result is a point for Poland.
Second set point for Poland, 29-28. Float serve to Doppler. Doppler on the attack for Austria. Gets a wonderful cut angle on the ball. Ties it all up at 29-29.
The problem for Austria now, they don't have the advantage. They're playing catch up every single time, so they are not racking up those set points that we saw. It's Poland with the advantage, receiving serve here with it all tied up.
Service from Doppler. Great play from Poland. Made that look so easy, didn't they? You can tell it's one of the drills that they practice time and time again on the warm-up court. Set point for Poland. 3rd time. Another service error. 30 all.
Just incredible right here. The level of volleyball and the level of equality. How much parity there is in the men's beach volleyball game. Anybody seems to be able to win at any time. And now another serve for Austria. You know, Nick, this is the first time in the history of the World Championships that all 8 teams in the quarterfinals for the men are from different countries. So 8 different countries represented in the quarterfinals. That just shows you how much things have grown worldwide.
Great play from Poland to keep the ball up. Austria need this point. And they get it. Alex Horst with a beautiful shot. There's a sense of urgency as well there. But they tie the scores up once again. All level at 31 all.
How about that effort right there? Not only by Losiak, but Peter Kantor sensing an opportunity to seal up the set. They turned it up a notch, but couldn't make it happen.
Alex Horst serving for Austria.
Oh my goodness, how about the offense from Losiak right there? We saw it in Stade, a real varied offense, great chemistry and communication. That was a little bit of a flare to the outside of the net. Calorie count climbing, all 4 players. Doppler, Horst at 413, traveled 1.4 kilometers. But the offense of Poland, and that's it.
Oh, and they've got it. 33 to 31. That is the biggest scoreline for a set we have seen in this World Championship tournament. But it is Poland that take the first set against Austria. That was a huge, a mammoth set. But Poland come up on top.
Poland battled, Austria battled. They had many opportunities, but it's in the books. And that score is correct. 33 to 31 in a set to 21 points. You got to get that 2-point advantage. So well into overtime as we look at the match statistics. 2-1 in blocks for Poland and 2-1 in favor of Austria for aces. That's why we had an extremely close matchup there in the first set.
Yeah, that's disappointing for Austria. They're going to have to really dig deep to come back from this. They had 8 set points but lost it to Poland. Let's take a close look at the Polish serve placement, and you can clearly see that everything is going to Doppler, bar just a couple of sets. But the red and black ball tells us that they're all returned. Still no aces on the board, but look how frustrated Doppler is of letting that slip through his fingers. 8 set points, Dane, and they couldn't convert.
Yeah, and I barely saw on that graph, there was 1 yellow ball at the net. It was the last trickler for the ace for Poland, but you're right. They are very patterned where they're going. That was an incredible match right there, or set, I should say. And it's so hard fought because each team knows the importance of getting that comfort of the first set under their belt.
Losiak gets the action underway in the second set. It's a must-win set for Austria. So good to see that Doppler and Horst put the first point on the board. They have to win this second set to 21 to take it to a tie-break third set, where we'll play to just 15. Success for Poland in this second set. They're in the semi-finals, and the local heroes from Vienna here in Austria are out of the competition.
Losiak going off right now. And that play, I got pretty excited about the little flare to the outside. The intriguing thing about this team from Poland, they'll vary their speeds. They'll set the ball high, they'll set the ball low, they'll set the ball outside, and they want to make it difficult for the blocker to track so he doesn't just stand right in front of the hitter.
Nice shot. Right down the line from Clemens Doppler. Not a lot of room there at all, but he squeezes it through. 99 kills, third best attacker in the tournament. And here is Doppler with service. This time it's Kantor with the power play.
Kantor has been really bringing it. That time clips the top of the net, you know, as those real-time body sensors have been tracking a lot of energy expended, and that's the first time I've seen Kantor hit the top of the net, so possibly some fatigue setting in. Losiak thought that ball was down, and he realized it wasn't. He almost got it up and in play. Here's the poke. And a nice block. Look at Losiak take his eye off the ball. Little does he know, Peter Kantor's behind him and gonna pop that ball up in the air.
Too many service errors in the Austrian game.
Yeah, it's almost like they end up fighting themselves. They earn the momentum. They have everything on their side, and then they limit their opportunities to get over the top. You know, at one point we had 3 missed serves and 5 set points at the end of that first set, and you have to maximize your opportunities as much as possible.
Little help from the net, but Doppler gets it away. He knows it as well. 7 points total on the scoreboard, switch of sides.
Check out Peter Kantor sealing the line. He gets up there. Look how quickly they're adjusting. And Losiak ends up at the net. He's not the traditional blocker. And a little bit lucky for the Austrians. Poland playing such great defense. There's a look at Losiak. He doesn't get an opportunity to block very much, and defenders, they love when they get 1 or 2 up at the net. They really want to get it.
Good cover from Alex Horst. Now can he finish it? And there's the, oh yes, there's the break for Austria. Getting a little bit ahead of myself there. 5-3. Must win the second set, Austria, to stay in the match. And it's a good start.
Alex Horst, after a beautiful dig, putting that one away across court.
Poland call a timeout, 30 seconds of break as Austria open up a 6-3 lead.
3 points in a row for Austria after both teams exchanging the first 6 back and forth. That's the name of the game. Stacking up points in bunches, and right now Austria wishing they had closed out that first set and they'd be cruising here in the second, but that's not the case. Poland has the comfort of winning the first set, and we're starting to see a few more errors that we didn't see on both sides of the net as the shadows start to get a little longer on Red Bull center court.
So 4.54 kcals and 78 jumps for Doppler, 4.97 and 59 jumps for Kantor. Are the Polish team just starting to run out of energy, or can they maintain the momentum? Well, they certainly justify the calling of the timeout there, putting a point on the board immediately after.
And that's what you want to do. Come out of the timeout, change the momentum, get that initial point, and then get back on track.
Bartosz Losiak with service, serving Doppler. That's been their tactic. Good cover again. Horst now. Well spotted. Over on 2 with that cheeky little back play from Kantor. Sensational work rate from Losiak in the defense for Poland.
Look at that, right over the top. Comes out beautifully. And the Austrians, all they can do is watch right there. That was a thing of beauty. That over on 2. Peter Kantor and Bartosz Losiak. A little equipment adjustment here on the line in the corner. Not sure if something is protruding, sticking out, that is possibly a danger, or if the line is coming loose. Player's gonna get a little extra rest, that's for sure. Oh, big knee to the corner by Losiak, and hopefully he's not hurt, but it did dislodge that corner, and they want to make it perfect, just like new, because you know how important it is. They have to be careful not to put too much tape on that. We know how precise some of these shots are, and on the Hawkeye system, just barely touching the tape here and there. So you want to make sure that that is repaired and correct, because sometimes that corner, the placement, could be the difference between a win or a loss.
Well, they seem to be struggling trying to get that corner court line sorted. It's a well-earned break and rest for the players. Successful attacks. Poland 25-20 against Austria. Errors 5-2.
That's quite a percentage. 20 successful attacks, just 2 errors for Austria. And that means that Poland's finding a way to score some points in other ways.
Finally, the court repairs are complete. Look at the kcals now. Look how these figures are rising rapidly. 5.39 for Losiak, Kantor 5.20, 4.71 for Doppler. Poland are exerting more energy, and can Austria capitalize on that? 7-5, break, back with the local boys.
After a much-needed break because of an equipment malfunction in the corner of the court, Clemens Doppler comes out and really picks up right where he left off.
Alex Horst with the service. Serving Losiak, who now attacks for Poland.
Losiak's such a smart player, knowing exactly when to tone it down with a roll shot or rip it with a power shot. And you notice landing, Clemens Doppler made an attempt, but that shot so pinpoint perfect that it's just out of reach.
That's a good shot from Doppler. Keeps his calm, keeps his cool. 8-6 to Austria. The break is back on.
Nick, I think we're headed to a possible similar ending as we saw in the first set. I mean, these two teams so equally matched up. I mentioned earlier, they've met 3 times previous to this. Kantor and Losiak with a 2-1 advantage.
Very quick play from Poland. Kantor going over on 2. Quick and efficient side out. Losiak serving Doppler. Block at the net from Kantor. Ties the scores at 8-all.
Here's what you got to think. Despite having that crowd behind you, Peter Kantor and Bartosz Losiak are both 25 years of age. They're young, they're springy. And Clemens Doppler and Alexander Horst, both about a decade their senior. Doppler at 36 and Horst at 34.
Shot from Horst.
What starts to be concerning, this is a long match. And as those K-cows rise and the energy expenditure rises for all the players, when you have youth on your side, it puts you in a much better position. Let's see if Austria can keep up with the youngsters.
Good service from Doppler. Oh, and a little unfortunate there, Doppler at the net.
The court was open. We've seen that 360 poke shot executed a few times, and it just gets away from Doppler. He knows he mishit it right away. A little bit frustrating. It's all about execution.
Kantor with the service.
Too tight.
Oh, well played, Austria. Doppler gets his partner out of trouble there. Not the best of sets from Alex Horst. That's why Kantor's got the advantage at the net, but Doppler stuck with it.
Peter Kantor really elevates. He gets up. And that time, finding a slight window in the block is Clemens Doppler.
A bit of a shank serve receive, and Doppler cleans it up. Break is back with Austria, 11 points to 9. Such an important part of the Austrian game, their service.
And that last play ignited this crowd. They are back in it, trying to elevate their team, Doppler and Horst, to another level. And this 2-point lead is a start. Remember, Austria trailing by 1 set to Poland.
Good shot by Losiak. 21 points total on the scoreboard. Halfway point at the second set. Austria lead Poland 11-10, but Poland have won the first set 33-31.
There's Losiak up and over the block. He's been getting a little more action. And that's a nice high shot. You know, Losiak, 6'3" defender, has got quite the vertical leap. Take a look at the virtual Red Bull Beach Arena at our graphic here. Austria's serve placement in set 2. Going over to Losiak a little bit more. Remember, they're going to Kantor quite a bit in that first set. They've switched it up, the strategy, and now Losiak stepping to the plate.
This is a must-win set for Austria. The volleyball fans of Vienna have come out in their thousands to cheer them on. Well left by Alex Horst. Good shot by his partner Clemens Doppler. Break is back with Austria, 12 points to 10.
Very impressed how Austria's playing. They're playing with a lot of velocity, hitting that ball, and that's a close one to take, but I think he walked it off and knew exactly where that sideline was. And this 2-point cushion is nice for Austria.
Horst to serve. Oh, and a little bit of luck for Austria. They haven't had a lot, to be fair. Don't forget that it was that kind of serve that gave Poland the first set. The trickler, as you call them, Dane. And it's the turn of Austria.
Flipping the top of the net, almost impossible to react to at times. Although Losiak did make a pretty good effort. The problem is you're dug in. Someone jump serving right at you. You're thinking that ball is going to come with all this velocity, and then it stops midair.
Service error. Point back on the board. As easy as can be for Poland. Deep discussion from the two Polish players. They may be changing their tactic. Good power play from Doppler. Austria 14, Poland 11. First team to 21, but by 2 clear points. We settled the first set at 33-31. That's how close it was. Here's a chance for Austria to settle this one just a little quicker.
Big hit right there. Losiak. It's interesting how laid back and relaxed Losiak is. Just kind of strolls his way to the back of the court. Doesn't say much. Very quiet team, and they know one another so well since they've been playing together for so long. This partnership began way back in 2009, and we mentioned it earlier that they have won 3 youth world titles, Poland has, and this is their first senior world championship. So a team with a lot of high expectations, a team that has one victory already in their career, and they would love to advance to a semifinal of their first world championship.
Oh, sensational blocking, 2 of them to be precise, for Doppler there to put their 16th point on the board. The first one Poland picked up perfectly, but the second one even better.
Not sure what Peter Kantor was expecting. That ball looked like it could be covered. Alexander Horst and Clemens Doppler, double fist right there. The adrenaline must be running through their veins here. They've got a nice cushion, and they got their eye on the finish line of this second set.
Question that Losiak's had a great game. Now this is where Austria just need to keep their focus. Kantor, float serve to Doppler. 17-13, nearly there. Excellent work from Alex Horst. Poland targeting Doppler with their serve.
Four-point lead is nice for Austria, just 4 points away from sealing this up. They got to keep the ball in, give themselves opportunities that they didn't in the first set.
Again, Losiak has got some nice shots, hasn't he? Look at the kcal rates, up into the 600s for the 2 Polish players, just below for the 2 Austrians. 2 kilometers, all players have now covered out there on court. Good play, Alex Horst takes the Austrian tally to 18. They're 4 clear of Poland. Surely they can close this one out now, Dave.
Yeah, this is a nice cushion. You won't feel the pressure when you have a 4-point lead. I believe the Austrians playing a little bit more relaxed right now, but you do not want to let your mental focus wane at all. You got to close the door. You got to get to 21 before you start thinking of the third set.
Again, Losiak, beautiful play. They've definitely got a bright future ahead of them. Former world junior champions, making a big impression in the senior ranks for the first time. Kantor with service. Mixing it up. Going to Horst this time. And maybe that's why it's working so well for Austria. Because Alex Horst on the serve receive then gets to attack. And he's really powering that ball down and scoring points at a rapid rate. Doppler to serve for Austria now. Service error. 16-19. Side out here for Austria, and they'll have set point.
If you're Poland, you're thinking to yourself, can we rip a serve here? Can we close this gap? A tall order, the way the Austrians are playing, and that ball out of bounds, maybe pressing a little too hard on that serve.
First set point. Now remember, they had 8 set points in the first set and couldn't close it out. Can they get this one away? Service error from Alex Horst. So frustrating. Set point 2 for Austria. Kantor to serve the ball for Poland. And that is on the line. 18-20. Poland. Wow. Surely you're not going to get back into this one like they did in the first.
You just never know. Anything is possible, but the way Austria has been playing, you wouldn't think it is probable.
Kantor serves it to Horst. And there it is. We're going to a third set tie-break. Austria take the second, 21-18.
And this place is rocking. That's what they wanted, to lift their team back into this match. The Austrians.
Fritz Melkart there in the crowd. One of Austria's top television directors enjoying the atmosphere. Confirmation that set 2 goes to the local heroes, 21-18. But look at the service error stats from both teams, Dave. 10 and 11.
Yeah, that just means, you know, they're going for it, so it's equaling out on both sides.
Yes, it is. Now, Austria's spike placement. Everything going left of court. And yellow balls winners, red balls returns. They need to stick to that game plan, Dane, clearly there.
Yeah, a lot of balls in the middle of the court. A lot of times you'll see the spike placement hit the perimeter, the outside edges. But today, not so. Love that aerial view of the beach village, as well as Red Bull Beach Arena, this center court holding 10 to 12,000, and there is not a seat in the house. Packed to capacity.
2,500 tons of sand, 10,000 seats, 192 athletes, 40 countries, 260 matches. This has been a remarkable World Championship.
It really has. Talk about an event. This just wasn't a tournament. This was a massive event, and so many people have been enjoying themselves.
Here we go with the third set. It's a tie break. first team to 15 by 2 clear points. There will be no tech timeout. Each team can call 1 timeout each. First point is on the board for Poland, their blocker. Nice at the net. Kantor puts that ball down to the Austrian sand. And here's his partner, Losiak, serving. Back to the original strategy of serving Doppler, and Doppler puts a nice big spike down to tie the scores at 1-1.
Here's a big test for Clemens Doppler, right? He's in the twilight of his career. He's everything set up and in line as take a look quickly at the energy. kCal's now over 700 for Losiak. And we haven't seen a number register that high in the energy expenditure. But Clemens Doppler in the twilight of his career, the stars aligning right now for him. World Championship right in his backyard here in Vienna. Has never won a tournament. Neither has Alexander Horst. So can they do it this weekend? They're going to be put to the test right here in this third set with an up-and-coming young team from Poland. And if they can play the consistent ball that they have in the first couple of sets, they'll be all right. Poland right now wants to challenge. They believe that the ball was out of bounds that was just contacted by Clemens Doppler, initially called inbounds by the referee. So remember, you get 2 challenges per set. If Kantor and Losiak are not successful here, they will only have 1 challenge remaining. Interesting. I thought they were challenging in and out, but they took a look. A net violation was called. A net violation happened. That means point for Austria, and Poland will lose one of their challenges.
Good shot by Kantor there. Now we side switch at a total of 5 points rather than 7 in the tie-break set. Tie-break third set, of course. 1 set all, 33-31. Poland win the first. Austria come back to win the second, 21-18. Now this is Bartosz Losiak with service for Poland. Look at Doppler here, now at 109 jumps and 641 kcalories. He's expending a lot of energy out there. Question now is, can they keep the momentum going against this younger Polish side? Oh, yes. Finesse with perfect timing. Ties the scores at 3-all.
Clemens Doppler looking 21 years old out there. He has not flinched. His shots have been precise. When he's had to go to the well and get that power, that's been there for him as well.
Dane, 43 jumps for Horst, 109 jumps for Doppler. The tough life of the blocker on the beach volleyball game. Advantage back with Austria at 4-3.
Just out of bounds for that hit. Crowd loving it. They know how important every point is in this third set. Switch on increments of 5 as opposed to 7 in the first 2 to 21, and there's no technical timeout.
Oh, that is the best block of the match so far, and it's come from Austria's Clemens Doppler. A break, 5-3.
And an early timeout for Poland. They'll head to the bench to get a little rest. They know how quick this set is, and they know that they do not want to have to dig themselves out of a deep hole. Clemens Doppler has been so effective at the net throughout this tournament. What impresses me more is his offense. He's been targeted, and he's answered any questions coming his way. Clemens Doppler, such a class act, such a long career, 20 seasons. He's been playing on the FIVB tour. That means his first action was as a 16-year-old.
Doppler, 23 successful attacks, 5 successful blocks. Impressive stats for the Austrian player. But they need to try and keep this momentum going after Poland call the timeouts. Oh! Well, that is the first mistake from the youngster, Bartosz Losiak. And Losiak there allows Austria to go 3 clear.
So the youngsters flinching first here. They're making some of the errors, but it's because of the pressure that's being put on them by the tour veterans, Clemens Doppler and Alexander Horst.
This is becoming a real stamina test right now. The longest opening set of the tournament. Is it taking its toll on the young Polish players? Again, just at the right time in the third set. Austria goes 7-3, 4 clear.
This is just incredible, the energy in the arena. I believe it is lifting this Austrian duo to levels that we haven't seen. A 4-point lead in a game to 15. The exact position you want to be in. Now it's a matter of continuing this type of focus. Do not let up if you're Austria.
Losiak on the attack. That's out of play. He's pushed it out of play. They are looking tired, Poland. They are making mistakes. And Austria are racking up the points quickly. Now 8-3.
Remember that Poland has already called a timeout, so they are out of timeouts. They cannot stop play.
Alex Horst service. Floats it right to the middle of the 2 Polish players. Kantor, cross court, and that is a good play. Almost got it, his hands on it, Alex Horst. But that is such an important point for Poland. Kantor quickly back to his baseline. 7-6-9, 7-4-3, 6-7-3, 7-10. They're expanding more energy, Poland, and that's quite possibly why they're starting to tire. 2.4 to 2.3 kilometers. That's the distance that they've covered in this match. Here's Losiak on the attack. Kantor. 5-8.
This is where you have to watch out if you're Austria. 1 point's okay, you got to get it back right away here. No points in bunches right now. And Horst gonna try to slow down the action, clean off his glasses here. But you better believe that Poland is going to make a charge. This team didn't win 3 youth world titles. Rolling over, and there is another point opportunity, and Poland all over it, Nick. Wow, that's just a lap of concentration mentally for Clemens Doppler. Like I said, they have this thing in control, and they still are in the driver's seat. Just settle down.
Could they call a timeout? Have they used their timeout?
I don't believe so. They've been in control this whole third set.
Stop it now, surely Austria. Take a little breather. But they want to battle it out.
And here comes that timeout. So it was 8-4. Now it's 8-7. And like I said, Poland not going to roll over. We knew that. This team is strong, they are solid, and they'll come at you. They got a second place just a month ago in Stade. They got a second earlier in Rio de Janeiro at the beginning of the season, and this team has won a tournament. Contrary to that team right there from Austria, still seeking their first win, but in complete control early in the third. And now the youngsters, Péter Kantor, 25, and Bartosz Losiak, 25 as well, are putting up a fight.
$782 calories burned, 98 jumps. He's covered 2.4 kilometers. That's the blocker from Poland, Péter Kantor. It has been a real grueling match out there to wrap up the live action here on centre court in the Red Bull Beach Arena. But Austria still with the advantage at 8-7. Side out is needed here from Austria. And now there seems to be Alex Horst wants to have another word with Papa Douglas, the first referee. The whistle goes, let's get on with play. Serving Doppler. Horst sets his partner. Gets a hand to it, but the ball is out. Calling the side out breaks the Polish momentum. Side out for Austria, 9-7, 2 clear. So they're heading to 15 rather than 21. But Austria must serve cleanly now. This is where they've thrown it away in the past.
Great serve right there down the line.
10-7 Austria. Another mighty block from Clemens Doppler.
That was a beautiful serve to the left shoulder of Péter Kantor, and you have to be careful. You don't want to serve too easy, but you don't want to miss your serve either. You got to find that balance, and that's exactly what Clemens Doppler did on that last point.
Block 7 of the match for Doppler. Couple more, and they'll be in the semi-finals. Kantor on the attack. Good cover from Alex Horst. Can he now finish? Reads it beautifully! A rainbow shot with a pot of gold at the end.
Leave it up to Alexander Horst to run down the line shot. He's done his research throughout this match, and now he makes Péter Kantor pay for the soft roll shot. Horst eating it up and then putting a nice away from body roll shot down himself.
11-7 Austria, 4 clear. Doppler serving. There's the service error. 11-8.
Just when you think Austria's gonna pull away and Poland is finished, they give it back and stop the momentum.
Losiak serves Doppler. Austria need to dig deep now. Good shot from Doppler. He gets the point. 12-8. Side switch. 20 points total on the board. 4 clear.
Starting to feel it right now. That ball's so close to the outside of the line, and you can almost taste it. Just 3 points away for Austria to move on into the semifinal.
Horst with service. Right down the middle. Losiak picks it up. Losiak attacks. Nice touch on the ball. Both the Austrian players expecting a power play from the pole. Not to be.
Nice roll shot. He kind of downshifted as he saw Alexander Horst, who's been really sneaky in the backcourt. Almost got that line shot.
8-1, 8-40, 7-7 and 7.35. Well, they're burning less cake cows, the Austrians. Uh, 126 jumps for Doppler. He needs some more. Kantor serves Doppler. Horst with the set. And jump 127 takes Austria's score to 13-9. 87.3 kilometers per hour on the spike speed, just off 55 mph. Doppler with service, just put it into play, Clemens. He does just that. Kantor on the attack.
Beautiful shot right there by Peter Kantor. And you got to believe if Austria could have got that 14-point, there would be no life left for Poland. But let's see what they can do. We saw a lot of magic so far, but it seems to be a commanding lead for Austria.
Side out here will give them match point. Losiak serves into the net. It is match point for Austria. Now, can they close it out this time? They must not let Poland back into this match. The reward, a place in the semi-finals and a chance to play on centre court tomorrow. Match point 1 for Austria. Alex Horst will serve the ball to Poland. Little kiss off the net. Losiak sets Kantor. Poland are out of position here, but they get a point back. Quick side switch, match point number 2 for Austria.
Yeah, but now they're receiving serve where the percentage is in their favor. Austria should wrap it up right here. It just takes getting those arms out early, one pass, and run that offense that has been working for you.
All 4 players on court, looking very tired. Kantor with the service for Poland. Here's Doppler. Austria are in the semi-finals! The dream continues. You could not have written a script for this match, but Alex Horst and Clemens Doppler are into the semis. Poland are out of the competition. The youngsters from Poland, Peter Kantor and Bartosz Losiak, won the first marathon opening set 33-31. Austria come back, win the second 21-18, and they win the third 15-11. Oh! They live to play another day.
And they almost can't believe it themselves. We spoke about it at the beginning of this tournament that this would be an absolute dream come true. Alexander Horst and Clemens Doppler have yet to win on the FIVB World Tour. And Horst wants the mic. He wants to address this crowd.
Reinhard Fendrich, I am an Austrian. I am from Austria is the song that they sing. It's the unofficial national anthem of Austria. It's so popular in the court. Now let's hear what the boys have to say. First of all, I'm sure they want to thank the fans for their support.
Wir sind euch so dankbar, dass ihr uns da wieder mal durchgepeitscht habt. Durch dieses sehr, sehr schwere Spiel.
Again, thank you.
Ich weiß gar nicht, was ich sagen soll.
Tough match.
Vielen Dank.
With this crowd behind you and the emotions that Austria is playing with, they can beat anybody in the world. They just have to keep the level up, keep the mental focus, and focus 1 point at a time. Don't look at the big picture and get distracted. I think they're locked in.
And to come back from that mammoth opening set, which Poland won 33-31, shows these boys are in good physical as well as mental shape.
You're absolutely right. They are maybe 35 and 36 years of age, but that didn't stop them at all. They're running on emotion right now. This may be the last chance for this team to get to the top of the podium, and it would be something special if it was a world championship.
Scenes of emotion in the Red Bull Beach Arena as Austria go through to the semi-finals in what is starting to become quite a remarkable story. Tears of joy from friends, families, their kids out there, and the coach, of course. It means so much to Clemens Doppler and Alex Horst to deliver to the home crowd here in Vienna. They win their quarter-final clash with Poland 2-1, winning on the block stat, ace stat, and coming out on top in a thrilling tie-break third set. They will face Kralishnikov and Liamin of Russia in tomorrow's semi-final. Let's go down to Julius Brink in the center court with the victorious Austrian duo.